Good afternoon, everyone. It's Robert from On My Turntable. Hope you're having a great day. It's Tuesday afternoon. I wanted to continue my look at this great box set, Eagles, the studio albums 1972 to 1979, and wrap it up today. Give it an overall ranking based on all I've talked about so far on these albums. Before I get into everything, please hit the like and subscribe button below. Thank you to all that have liked and subscribed so far. You guys have been amazing. Love all the comments that you've given me. Just keep it up. I try to respond to as many comments as possible. I want to continue to put great content out there to be informative and to show you guys some great bands and artists that I have in my collection. So we've looked at their debut album. I gave it a 10 out of 10. Desperado, their second, I gave it a 9 out of 10. On the Border, their third, I gave it an 8 out of 10. One of These Nights, I gave it a 10 out of 10. And Hotel California, I gave it 10 out of 10 as well. So if you add it all up, you're looking at about 9.5 out of 10, 9.5 out of 10 so far. And today I'm going to look at this, in my consideration, a masterpiece. The Long Run, their sixth album. Their final studio album for quite a while. Again, it was their sixth studio album released in 1979. It was the first album to feature Timothy B. Schmidt, who had replaced Randy Meisner on bass and vocals, and the last studio album to feature Don Felder after he quit in 2001. He was previously, Timothy B. Schmidt was the also the bassist for the band Poco. Sorry, my notes were kind of all messed up here. So Timothy B. Schmidt, amazing vocals, bass player, previously with the band Poco. Joined the band Eagles after Randy Meisner had left. Don Felder had left as well after a disagreement. Of course, he didn't get along with Glenn Frey and Don Henley all that much. He wanted more control, and they didn't want that, obviously. It was the last studio album for the band after they broke up in 1980, and it wouldn't be again until 2007 that they got back together again and reformed in 1984. It was the album Out of Eden that they got back together on. I don't have that one, but I just have these 6 studio albums. I have the Long Run on vinyl as well. I'm quite happy with that. 3 big singles released from the album were Heartache Tonight, The Long Run, and I Can't Tell You Why. Heartache Tonight reached #1 and won a Grammy Award. The album was certified 7 times platinum and has sold more than 8 million copies in the US alone. So no slouch. They originally wanted it to be a double album, but couldn't come up with enough material. They were all burnt out physically, emotionally, spiritually, and creatively after a long touring schedule, but they managed to piece together 10 pretty decent songs, and also with some help from people like Bob Seger and J.D. Souther, who co-wrote with Frey and Henley on Heartache Tonight. As I said earlier, Randy Meisner left after an argument and was replaced with Timothy B. Schmidt, who brought an unfinished song, I Can't Tell You Why. Frey and Henley liked it so much that they put words to the music and finished the song for him, and it became a huge hit for the band. Joe Walsh also brought In the City, which was actually his composition, and it was also part of the movie soundtrack The Warriors, which is one of my favorite movies of all time. Don Felder wrote the music for Disco Strangler, and Henley wrote the lyrics. It's kind of an anti-disco song, as none of them liked disco. The Sad Cafe was inspired by the Troubadour nightclub, where the Eagles started playing. The Geeks Don't Want No Freaks was written to pay tribute to the 60s frat rock movement. Took about 3 years to make this album, as they wanted it to be just as good or better than Hotel California, and I think it is. Possibly a little darker than Hotel California, but if Hotel California wasn't made, this would be their masterpiece for sure. It's an awesome album. It's one you need to listen to. I'm not going to play it, as I have a feeling that most of it will get copyright. As I said, if you look at the album, it starts off with The Long Run, big hit. I Can't Tell You Why, big hit. In the City, big hit. Disco Strangler, big hit. And then it's got King of Hollywood. Heartache Tonight, again another big hit. Those Shoes, Teenage Jail, The Geeks Don't Want No Freaks, and The Sad Cafe. 10 great tracks, but I'm not going to play it. I'm going to share the Spotify playlist below, and hopefully that'll be good enough for you guys. I hope it is anyway. I'm going to give this one a probably a 9 out of 10 on this one. Yeah, it's going to be a 9 out of 10. It could be better. It all depends on the day. I could go from 10 out of 10, 9 out of 10. So we've got 19, 27, 37, 47, 57 divided by, so almost a 9.5, 9.3 out of 10. Let's go with 9 out of 10 just to round it off. So again, this one gets a 9 out of 10. The box set gets a total of 9 out of 10 as well, which is an amazing box set. I'm really happy that I have this box set now. And yeah, it's something that you guys should check out. The Eagles had a lot of great songs, and great songwriting, great playing, in most cases 4 main singers, great musicianship, huge band. So that's my look at the Eagles, the studio albums, 1972 to 1979. Again, a ranking of 9 out of 10. Well deserved. In the next day or so, I'll be looking at these bad boys. Van Halen studio albums, 1978 to 1984. Just a brief look at it. Van Halen, Van Halen 2, Women and Children First, Fair Warning, Diver Down, and 1984. So there you have it. I'll be looking at Van Halen the next couple of days. I may take a break in between, do some album pulls, some CD pulls. I just don't want to go from one great box set into another. But again, check out the Eagles. I'm going to make a thumbnail here. Hope you enjoyed. Again, please hit the like and subscribe button below. Thank you again to everyone who's liked and subscribed. You guys have been awesome. Have yourself a wonderful day and take care. Bye-bye.